Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the video lecture series of the Power Electronics and Instrumentation module number one. In module number one, today we will be discussing about the power electronics converters. Okay, so basically, in the last video lecture, what we have seen is the basic related things which are required in the field of power electronics and their classifications. Okay, based on the classifications, today we are going to study about the various power electronics converters. Okay, now here if you look at the word converter, okay, the meaning of the converter here is what things are necessary or what things will make us to convert our the input signal to the desired signal, or the, we can say, the required signal. Okay, so today we will be discussing about the power electronic converters. Okay, now basically there are two currents what we see in the field of electronics. Okay, so the first is AC and the second is DC. Okay, so here DC is nothing but the direct current and AC is nothing but the alternating current. Okay, now we have two other parameters here. One is the input power and the output power. Okay, now what happens here in the power electronic converter is, if you are supplying the AC current to the power electronic device, okay, for example, your input to the device is AC, okay, and if you want DC, the output to be DC, okay, then there is one converter which is available here. The name of that converter is rectifier. Okay, the rectifier we already have studied in our basic, that a rectifier is a device, an electronic device or a semiconductor device which converts AC to pulsating DC. Okay, this is the basic definition of the rectifier. Okay, so this rectifier will fall under the category of converter. Okay, will fall under the category of converter. Okay, so this is one of the power electronics converter, that is rectifier. If you feed input as AC, then you will obtain DC by using the rectifier. Okay, that is simple AC to DC converter. There is also possible that if you are feeding to the device, electronic device, as the AC current, and if you want the output should also be in AC only. Okay, input is AC and output is also AC, that is input is alternating current and output is also alternating current, that is AC to AC converter. During that scenario, we have the variable frequency converters. We call it as cycloconverter. Okay, we call it as cycloconverter. The name of the converter or the name of the power electronic converter here mentioned is cycloconverter. The another name for the cycloconverter is frequency converter. Okay, now what is the meaning of this here is, in DC current, okay, we don't have the frequency component. Your DC signal will be a straight line. Okay, it will be a straight line because we don't have the frequency. There is no change in the frequency, okay, of the site of the input signal or the output signal. That is why the reason we don't have any frequency component in the DC current. But when you take the AC current, okay, that is the alternating current here, which is always varying with respect to time with some sine waves, okay, or the sinusoidal waves. Okay, and this AC current has the frequency component. Okay, it has the frequency component. So therefore, when a device which converts AC to DC, we call it as a rectifier. But when we come across the concept of AC to AC converter, then we call it as the cycloconverter. Or, okay, the another name for the cycloconverter is frequency converter. You are converting the one frequency to another frequency. For example, if the input frequency or the input signal frequency is some around 10 hertz, okay, and if you want to achieve some 100 hertz of frequency at the output of the electronic device, then we can use the cycloconverters, because the cycloconverter is used as the frequency converter, or where there is a variable frequency or where there is a change in the frequency from input to output, we go for the variable frequency converter, or simply we call it as AC controller. Okay, but if you want your input frequency should be equal to the output frequency, for example, if the input frequency is around 10 hertz, okay, and if you want at the output also to be 10 hertz during that, but it is, if it is AC, it should be AC, okay, then we go for AC to AC converter, but the name of the AC converter here is nothing but it is AC controller. It is not the converter, it is the controller. You are trying to control the frequency of the input signal to the frequency of the output signal, such that both the frequencies are matching with each other, or they are equal to each other. Okay, this is how we go for AC to DC and AC to AC. Now we go for the reverse operation. That is, if you have the input as DC, okay, and you want again the output should also be DC, okay, then during that conditions we go for DC to DC converter. Okay, your input will be DC and your output will also be DC. These two figures are same because you are feeding to the circuit as DC input and you are also getting DC output. DC output. Okay, so a device or a power electronic device which converts your input DC to output DC, such device we call it as chopper. Okay, we call it as chopper. Okay, so chopper is one electronic device or a power electronic converter device which converts DC to DC. Okay, this is the third scenario. Okay, now there is one more scenario here, that is nothing but from DC, okay, you need to go for AC converter. Okay, that is DC to AC. What is the name of the converter here? It is inverter. The what we are using in our homes, that is inverter, right? Everybody has an inverter, right? Whenever the power goes off, the supply will be still on because of the battery, because the battery is charged. Okay, UPS is charged. That is the reason you are trying to convert the DC to AC. Okay, you are trying to generate the AC signal by making use of inverter, but how you are trying to generate the DC? You are trying to generate the DC by making use of rectifier. It's a cycle here. Okay, first there will be input cycle from the KEB. You are giving it to your inverter. There AC is converted to DC and is stored into the battery by making use of that UPS and the battery, right? So once the current goes off, the stored charge will be converted back to AC supply. So this is how the cycle goes. So therefore, there are total 4 scenarios which we come across here. So the first is AC to DC, that is the name of the device is rectifier. AC to AC, the name of the device is a cycloconverter. The next is DC to DC, the name of the device is chopper, and from DC to AC, the name of the device is nothing but it is inverter. Okay, so these are the 4 basic power electronic converters which we will be going to study in detail. Okay, but now this is a brief summary of the power electronics converters. Okay, next you can see here the type of converter and their cycles. Okay, first is the rectifier which converts our AC to DC. You can see the input is AC, constant voltage and the frequency, and the output is DC voltage. Okay, you can see the symbol here. Input is AC. The symbol of AC is sine signal. The symbol of DC is a straight line. Okay, this is AC to DC, first type of converter. The second is DC to AC. Go back in the reverse. We call it as an inverter. A device which converts DC supply to AC supply is called as inverter. So what is input? Input is straight line and you are trying to generate a sine signal. How you are trying to generate a sine signal? By making use of inverter. Okay, then DC to DC. Input is also DC, output is also DC by making use of a chopper. You can see in the figure symbol, input is straight line, output is also straight line. Okay, so this is how the graph will be. The next, AC to EC. Input is AC and output is also AC. What is the name of the device? It is cycloconverter. So you can see in the graph, that is input is sine, output is also sine. But the difference between AC to DC, one is constant frequency, another is the desired frequency. Okay, one is the constant frequency where the frequency is not getting changed at the input side. But if you want to have a desired voltage and the frequency, then go for cycloconverter. We have one more, that is AC to AC again, but both the frequencies are different, or that is AC voltage controller. Okay, constant voltage and frequency, desired voltage and frequency. Again, you will be getting both as sine signals. Okay, so in this way, we try to study the basic type of converters here in power electronics. Okay, this is again the summary of the base power electronic converters. Here, one is voltage regulator. Okay, what is voltage regulator? Okay, this is a type of a circuit. Okay, in the electronics, we have one circuit called as a voltage regulator, which maintains the constant DC supply, or the another name you can take is as the fixed voltage. Okay, these voltage regulators are used in the home appliances or in the home applications, where you can take an example of the this regulator which we are using with respect to the refrigerator. Okay, we do not connect the refrigerator directly to the switchboard. We connect the switchboard, we connect the cable of the refrigerator to the regulator, and from regulator we connect it to the main switch. The reason because why we do make use of the voltage regulator is if there is a fluctuation. Okay, if there is a change in the voltage from the KB side, from the main board, from the main switchboard, this voltage regulator, it will not allow the high voltage to pass through the refrigerator. Okay, it has to go through the that voltage regulator box, booster, whatever we say here. Okay, where it saves your home appliances. Okay, that is voltage regulator. Then we have power amplifiers. This is a type of, again, a converter. Okay, where these power amplifiers are used is in large signal amplification of voltage and currents. You just take an example of the amplifiers which are used in some functions. Okay, marriage functions or some any functions. Okay, there will be one box which we used. It is the name of that black color device is amplifier. Okay, lot of amplifiers are available in the market. They are low frequency amplifiers, high frequency. We have power amplifiers. Okay, what is the use of power amplifier? It will amplify, it will boost, it will increase your signal frequencies in terms of voltage and current. Okay, then the third type of device here is we have switches. We call it as an electronic switch. For example, transistor and the diode act as a switch. Okay, just to turn on and off of the electronic devices, we go for switches, which is more required in the power electronics. Then we have rectifier, you know, the diode rectifier, which converts AC to DC or pulsating DC, sometimes fixed DC also. Okay, then we have AC to DC converter, that is controlled rectifier. Okay, silicon controlled rectifier, right, which converts AC to variable DC supply. We have AC to AC converter, that is cycloconverters, we have DC to DC converter, that is chopper, and DC to AC, it is inverters. Okay, so this is a small brief summary about the power electronic device control, power electronics converters. Okay, so these things are more important, okay, to study. Okay, if you study this all basics of power electronics, that is how to which device converts AC to AC, AC to DC, DC to DC, and DC to AC. Okay, and how the appearance of the signal at the input side and at the output side. Okay, and then what is the benefits or what are the features of those power electronic converters. Okay, then based on the power electronic features, okay, you can go for scope, or you can say simply the applications. Okay, so where this power electronics scope or the applications can be found in is nothing but we go for in the battery equipment, okay, flashes, satellite power systems, typical offline playback supply, flyback supply, computer power supply, that is, we call it as SMPS. Okay, we have hot tub, electric car, right? We today we have the in the field of mechanical engineer. Okay, the cars what or the bikes which are there into the market, they all are electric car. Okay, they can be charged again instead of using the diesel and petrol, which are the renewable resources, but it takes more time to for those renewable resources to develop, to build. Okay, so therefore because the renewable energies are diminishing, so we are trying to go for electric car, electric vehicle, electric bus, electric train, where the electricity can be generated due to the by making use of some mechanical devices, some mechanical structures. Okay, by using some turbines. Okay, hydro, thermal. Then we have the uranium. Okay, lot of applications can be done in the field of power electronics. Okay, then we have eddy current braking. Okay, then we have the bus, micro SMS SEMS. Okay, magnetic aircraft launches, big locomotives, that is nothing but the trains. In the power plant, we go for the power electronics, the NTPC you take. Okay, where the huge power electronic devices applications are found in the field of uh, uh, power electronics. Okay, and there is sand pond substation, okay, sorry, sandy pond substation, which is around 2.2 gigahertz of power, can be made used by the system. Okay, so this is how it goes for the rating, power rating and frequency rating. Okay, because we will be studying in our next video lecture about what actually the SCR, what are the various power electronic devices, which power electronic devices plays the important role in the field of the electronics. Okay, with this uh, presentation, I will be completing, just end out the session here. Okay, thank you.